Welcome everyone. Today we are stepping into one of the oldest and the most beautiful ideas in Chinese medicine from the Yellow Emperor's inner classic, the黄帝内经. We are looking at the second chapter of the Suwen, whose the title in Pinyin is 四期 Tiao Shen 大论, that translates roughly the Great Treatise on turning the spirit to the four seasonal energy. The core message is simple and surprisingly modern. If you live in rhythm with the seasons, you protect your health before you ever get sick. Let's begin. Here is the whole deck in one verse. 3 ideas. First, 四季, the four seasonal energies. The Neijing sees spring, summer, autumn, and winter not just as weather, but as living forces that move through us. Second, Tiao Shen, turning the spirit. Each season asks us to adjust. When you sleep, how active we are, even our mood. And third, the famous one, 治未病, treating illness before it arises. That's a preventative medicine, written down thousands of years ago. Keep these 3 in mind, and everything else today is just a detail. Let's lay out the map. The chapter walks through the 4 seasons in order, and each one comes with 3 things: a season, spring, summer, autumn, winter. A phase name that captures each mood. Spring is 发陈, the bringing forth of new life. Summer is 繁秀, luxuriant flowering. Autumn is 融平, calm and level. Winter is 闭藏, closing and storing. And each season is tied to one organ that it nourishes: liver in spring, heart in summer, lung in autumn, kidney in winter. As we go through each season, just remember this simple pattern: a mood, an organ, and a way of caring for yourself. That's the whole system. Spring. The chapter calls these 3 months 发陈, the bringing forth of the new life. Heaven and earth come alive together, and everything begins to sprout. So how should we live? Go to bed a little later, but rise early. Step outside, loosen your hair. Let your body move freely in the morning air. And here is the beautiful part: that it's not only physical. Nurture the will to grow. Be generous. Give rather than take. Reward rather than punish. This is how you nourish Shen, life itself. Spring is tied to the liver gun. Fight spring's easy, rising energy, and you injure the liver. And come summer, the text says you will suffer cold changes. Too weak to flourish. Summer. Now the phase is 繁秀, luxuriant and blossoming. Heaven and earth exchange their energies. Plant, flower, and set fruit. Everything is at its fullness. Live outwardly now, rise early, and don't grumble about the long hot days. Welcome them. Keep your heart free of anger and let your energy radiate outward, as if everything you love is out there in the world waiting for you. This is how you nourish Jīng, growth. Summer belongs to the heart, Shen. If you shut yourself off and injure the heart in summer, the text warns, autumn will bring recurring fevers, 监狱, and you will be frail when your cold arrives. Autumn. The phase is 融平, calm and level. The sky turns crisp and the air grows clear. Nature begins to draw inward after the fullness of summer. So we begin to settle too. Sleep earlier now and still rise early. Waking with the rooster. Keep your mind quiet and composed. This tempers the sharp cutting quality autumn can have. Gather your spirit inward instead of scattering it, and keep your lung energy clear. This is how you nourish show, the harvest, the gathering in. Autumn is tied to the lungs. Fei, stay scattered and agitated, injure the lungs. And winter will bring digestive trouble. Sun Xue, diarrhea with undigested food, because you have a little in reserve to store. Winter, the final phase, 闭藏, closing and storing. Water freezes, the ground cracks, and the life withdraws the deep underground to conserve. This is the season for rest and reserve. Sleep early and, unlike the other seasons, rise late. Wait for the sun to come up. Keep your ambitions quiet, as if you are holding a happy secret. Stay warm, avoid the cold, and above all, don't force yourself to sweat, because sweat drains the reserves you are meant to be storing. This is how you nourish Chang storage. Winter belongs to the kidneys, Shen, the deepest reserve of the body. Squander your energy in winter, injure the kidney, and the spring will find you weak with cold, powerless limbs. 为绝. Step back, here's the principle underneath all four seasons. The Jing says the yin and yang of the four seasons are the root of the 10,000 things, the foundation of life and the death itself. Look at the curve. Yang, the active, warming energy, climbs through spring and peaks in summer. In the cooling, resting energy, deepened through autumn and the peaks in winter. They are always trading places, always in balance. So from this comes one of the most quoted lines in Chinese medicine: 春夏阳阳, 秋冬阳阴, nourish yang in spring and summer, nourish yin in autumn and winter. In plain terms, build warmth and activity while the year is rising, and build rest and reserve while it's settling. Follow the route, the text says, and digest stays away. This is the chapter's most famous teaching, and it still defines Chinese medicine today. The sage, it says, does not treat illness that has already appeared. The sage treats illness that has not yet arisen. 治未病, the same for disorder in a society. You settle it before it erupts, and then comes this unforgettable image. To wait until disease has fully formed and only then reach for medicine is like digging a well when you're already thirsty. 科尔穿井, or forging your weapons after the battle has already started. Is that not too late? The whole point of the four-season practice we've walked through is exactly this: small daily alignment with the nature, so that you never have to dig the well in a panic. Prevention over cure. Let's bring it home with the three things to carry away. 1. Follow the rhythm. Let each season shape how you sleep, how active you are, and even your state of mind. Later night in spring and summer, earlier rest in autumn and winter. 2. Guard the root. Build warmth and activity while the year is rising, and build rest and reserve while it settles. Nourish yang, then yin. And 3. Prevent, don't repair. You don't need dramatic interventions. You need small, consistent alignments with the nature day after day. As the chapter promised, 从知则科己不起. Follow the way, and serious illness simply will not take hold. Thank you.